Welcome to my English channel.
Today we are going to see the lesson The Tale of Custard, the Dragon by Ogden Nash. This is Ogden Nash. Ogden Nash wrote over 100 to 400 pieces of comic verse. The best of his work was published in 14 volumes between 1931 and 1972. His work is perhaps best described in his poetic tribute by Anthony Burgess. Y'all can find out more about him in the net, and his way of writing is very it has lots of poetic devices and poetic tone in this. It is a funny way of writing, and I like this poem a lot because it talks about human characteristics. Now, getting back to the poem, The Tale of the Custard, the Dragon. Custard is in the name of the dragon, and how people who are ridiculed and who are made fun of are the one who will rise to help you when you are in need. Let me first read the poem for you. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and a really truly little pet dragon. Now the name of the little black cat was Ink, and the little grey mouse she called him Blink, and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon was a coward, and she called him Custard. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath, mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and really truly daggers on his toes. Belinda was as brave as barrelful of bears, and Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice safe cage. This is a story of a little girl who had pets like kitten, mouse, dog, and she had a dragon. The kitten is called Ink, the mouse is called Blink, and the dog is called Mustard. She had a dragon which is called Custard. Now, she was very friendly with kitten, mouse, and the dog, but she always made fun of the custard. I mean, the dragon, which was called as Custard, because he always preferred to be taking rest and not disturbed kind of a thing. The poet describes Belinda as she was as brave as a barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink, they were very brave that they could chase lion downstairs, it seems, and Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage. Okay, and if you see, he described Custard as a thing which prefers taking rest. He was described as a person who likes to take rest and who always preferred his cozy little cage, I believe. So for that, let's see the next part of the poem. Belinda, Ink, Blink, and Mustard, all the four of them made fun of this dragon. Belinda tickled him, and while tickling him, naturally the others also will laugh. Whoever is tickling also will laugh. So she giggled him, which shook the house, it seems. Blink giggled, whereas Ink and Mustard rudely asked him his age, I believe. Then all the three, Ink, Blink, and Mustard, called him as Percival. Percival is a character. He was a knight in King Arthur's court, I believe, and he was known till he went into the battlefield. He was known to be brave, but the moment he stepped into the battlefield, he showed his act of cowardice and he ran away from the field. So they called him with that name, I believe. And till this, when Custard cried for a nice safe cage, till that second stanza, In the next page, it was all fun, and they were all having fun by making fun of this Custard, the dragon. Now suddenly, the scene around this whole fun-filled place changes. Suddenly, they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. Meow, cried Ink, and ooh, cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing up in the window. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. Belinda paled, and she cried, "Help, help!" But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and little Mouse blinked strategically mousehold. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tail like irons in a dungeon. With a clatter and a clank and a jangling squirm, he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired 2 bullets, but they didn't hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. Belinda embraced him, Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. Ink and Blink in glee and did gyrate around the dragon that ate the pirate. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. I'd have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. We'd have been 3 times as brave, we think. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. When everyone were having fun, suddenly a pirate enters, it seems. Seeing the pirate, the dog Mustard, he growled, it seems. And Ink cried, meow. Okay? But this pirate enters, how he enters, it seems. There was a pistol in his left hand and in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. A cutlass bright means it's a kind of a knife used by pirates. And the poet describes the pirate as he's a man with who had a black beard, and his one leg was wood, it seems. That means he didn't have one leg, and he had come there to clearly rob these people. Okay, that time seeing the pirate, what happened to Belinda, it seems? She became paled. Paled means due to fear she became pale. And Mustard, naturally, Mustard is the dog. It ran because it got terrified, it seems. It got frightened. Ink, the cat, trickled down to its household, and Blink, it went to its household, which is known as mousehold, I believe. So everyone fled. Who became brave now? The one we were making fun of, that is the dragon. What did the dragon do now? He snorted like an engine, it seems. He made sounds like an engine. Like, when the engine starts, it makes all the noise, with the smoke coming out. Like that, it snorted like a engine. And what it did, it seems. The dragons will be having long tails. So, what did it do? It hit the floor with his tail, okay, clashed his tail like irons in a dungeon. And how it moved, it seems. It moved with a clatter and a clank. The way of walking of the dragon. So it was walking like that. And the dragon went to attack the pirate directly instead of going and hiding in its cage. And seeing the dragon as a pet of Belinda's, the pirate got shock of his life. Okay, and what did he do? He gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. That is, he gulped some liquor from his the one which they carry, that is known as flagon. And what did he do? He fired at the dragon, it seems, but it did not, nothing hit the dragon, and the dragon gobbled him up, ate him up. Okay, so Belinda was very happy, so, and she hugged him, I believe. The all the three, the dog, the cat, and the mouse, came up and they started dancing. No one was mourning for the death of the pirate. Okay, they were dancing. Gairet means they danced. All the fear and all was gone now. Okay, so what happened? Now they started speaking for themselves. The dog said, "It seems I would have been brave if I had not been upset, if I had not been attacked suddenly." And naturally, Ink and Blink also told him, it seems, that we also would have been brave. Naturally, whenever something happens, the cowards will always have an excuse for not being there or for not standing up. And Custard, who was naturally a brave but who wanted all these friendship, he said, "Yes, yes, I am coward, and you people are braver than me." Okay, so then what happens? They all are living in the same house and still making fun of Custard the dragon. This is the explanation of the poem. Let's see the poetic devices, which is lot and lot in number as far as this poem is concerned.